Hey guys, there are so many examples around us where a person sacrifices their career for their partner. Today, we present a story revolving around a 28-year-old lady who has sacrificed everything, including her career, for her relationship. But there comes a time when her partner gets fed up with her and wants to break up. The girl falls into depression until she gets magic chocolates. These magic chocolates prove to be a game changer for her life. How do these magic chocolates change her life? Watch the video till the end. The story is titled, Suddenly 17. The story begins with a 28-year-old girl named Rosie. She met Mike at the age of 19, and today marks 10 years since they first met. Mike had promised her that after 10 years, he would marry her. Mike and Rosie have been living together for the past 5 years, and today is the day Mike is supposed to propose to her. Rosie is very excited and even finds a diamond ring in his blazer pocket during breakfast. She shows it to Mike and says, "I have been waiting for this moment for the past 10 years. Do you remember? I am very happy today." Mike says, "This ring is not for you. It is for my client. I have to give it to them today." Saying this, Mike leaves, breaking Rosie's heart. After this, she watches TV, where a man is saying, "Doesn't your partner pay attention to you? Do you always feel tired? Is there no charm in your life? There is only one reason for this, and that is aging. If you have this problem, order this magic chocolate." Rosie orders the magic chocolate. Later, she visits her friend, who is getting married the next day. Her friend suggests that if Mike doesn't propose to her, she should propose to him in front of everyone at the wedding. Rosie likes the idea and decides to propose to Mike the next day in front of everyone. Mike says, "This is our friend's wedding. We shouldn't ruin her event. This is a very special day. We should not spoil it." Saying this, he leaves. Rosie follows him, wanting to know what is in Mike's heart. On the way, Mike tells her, "I am breaking up with you." Rosie's heart breaks, and she starts crying. The magic chocolates she ordered have arrived and are placed in front of her. She eats the chocolates in tension and frustration, and a lot of things start changing inside her. For a few moments, she loses her senses, and when she comes back to her senses, she finds that she has hit her car against another car. She gets out and sees herself in the car's glass. She looks much younger than before. She goes to her friend, who has known her for many years. Her friend understands that this is Rosie but realizes her mind has gone back to when she was 17. Actually, her age hasn't decreased, but 10 years after the age of 17, Rosie doesn't remember anything. Her mind is now back to when she was 17. She doesn't remember what happened after the age of 17. She thinks she must have become a famous painter by now, who wanted to go to France. These were her dreams, but her friend says, "You were nothing all these years." She feels sad and asks, "What did I do for 10 years? Her friend tells her that she has been dating Mike for 10 years, living with him for 5 years, and today he broke up with her. Coming back to the story, Rosie is very surprised to hear that Mike has broken up with her. Mike also comes there and tells her, "I cannot live with you. Our life is very monotonous. We live the same routine every day. There is no excitement in our life." Rosie says, "Who wants to live with you? Have you seen your face in the mirror? You are a 34-year-old man." Saying this, she goes to the pub with her friend to enjoy. Mike doesn't understand what happened to Rosie and how she changed so quickly. In the pub, Rosie enjoys a lot and has a lot of energy, but after a few hours, the effect of the chocolate wears off, and she becomes 28-year-old Rosie again. She is surprised to see herself in the pub. Her friend shows her the recording and tells her what she did. She is surprised to see her changed form and behavior. Then Mike calls her. Mike says, "You have my iPad, which contains very important designs that I have to show my clients. I want my iPad." But Rosie doesn't remember where she kept the iPad because when her mind was 17 years old, she had kept it somewhere. Now that she is 28 years old again, she doesn't know what 17-year-old Rosie did, and 17-year-old Rosie doesn't know what 28-year-old Rosie did. Rosie feels that she was driving the car very fast, which is why her mind went back to when she was 17. She hires a taxi with her friend and tells the driver to drive fast, hoping it will help. Although he drives very fast, it doesn't have any benefit, and the police catch him for overspeeding. Mike comes and asks where his iPad is, but she doesn't remember anything. She gets very nervous and eats another chocolate from the bag. After eating the chocolate, her mind goes back to being 17-year-old Rosie. She gives Mike the iPad's tracking code and leaves. After that, she goes to the metro, where she sees a boy and makes a sketch of him. While making the sketch, she becomes 28-year-old Rosie again. She sees the boy coming towards her because she had been watching him for a long time. Rosie gives him the sketch she made and leaves. The sketch is very beautiful. Meanwhile, Mike gets his iPad back. It is in very bad condition. He takes the iPad to show his clients the designs, but they are not impressed. They show him a photo, the same one that Rosie sketched of the boy in the metro, and say, "Look at the finishing in this. We need such designs. Bring this girl to us." They show him Rosie's photo captured by the metro CCTV camera. Mike is completely surprised. He never knew Rosie was so talented. That's why he invites her to dinner in the evening. Mike comes with his assistant and tells Rosie, "We want you to make sketches for our company." But Rosie can't make those sketches now because her mind is 28-year-old Rosie. She goes to the washroom and eats another chocolate, turning her mind back to 17-year-old Rosie. She comes out and tells Mike, "I will not design for you because you have a lot of attitude." After that, she leaves with the same boy she sketched in the metro. His name is Yen. Yen likes her, and they go to the roof of a building. When the police come, they think they want to jump from the roof and take them away. Mike arrives shortly after, and Rosie leaves with him. He tells her, "I want you to make sketches for our company." Rosie doesn't answer. The next morning, she tries to make sketches, but now she is 28-year-old Rosie, and her drawing skills are not so good. In 10 years, she ruined everything. In the evening, Mike takes Rosie to his tennis court. She plays tennis but very badly. She feels very sad. Her friend made a chocolate shake for her, and she drinks it. Her friend calls and says, "I mixed a chocolate in the shake, and now your mind will become 17-year-old Rosie again." After that, she plays tennis very well and even beats Mike's boss. Then she leaves and goes to meet Yen. They like each other. Yen says, "Before your mind changes again, I will take you far away." He takes her camping with his friends. Now, 17-year-old Rosie knows she becomes 28-year-old Rosie, and 28-year-old Rosie knows she becomes 17-year-old Rosie, but they don't know what they do in each other's mindsets. 17-year-old Rosie is with Yen. He wants to kiss her but doesn't know what to do. He has tried before, but when he was going to kiss her, her mind changed to 28-year-old Rosie again. The effect of the chocolate lasts for 5 hours. Rosie goes out and records a video on her mobile, saying, "This time, let Yen kiss her." She returns to Yen, now as 28-year-old Rosie. She asks Yen about his dreams. He says, "I want to do big things, but I do not want to do big things." Rosie asks, "Where am I in these dreams?" He replies, "You are my dream, you are in my heart." Rosie always wanted a partner who valued her, unlike Mike, who never cared for her and broke up with her. As 17-year-old Rosie told her to kiss, she kisses Yen and leaves. She also accepts Mike's project, which is a very big job. She has to complete the task in 15 days, so she eats chocolates and keeps working continuously. Sometimes she enjoys life with Mike and sometimes with Yen. She lives her life to the fullest. She completes her first project assignment, which clients like a lot, but she still has to make many paintings. She records herself making the paintings so that 28-year-old Rosie can relearn painting, which she had forgotten in 10 years. After 15 days, she finishes her work, and her painting exhibition starts. Mike's boss also comes. Everyone loves her paintings and praises her a lot. Rosie and her friend find out that the chocolate factory is now destroyed, meaning they have only the remaining chocolates to complete their work. After the chocolates are gone, 17-year-old Rosie will never come back. At the exhibition, people ask her to make a live painting. She still has some chocolates left but has to decide whether to paint as 17-year-old Rosie or 28-year-old Rosie. At this time, her mind is 28-year-old Rosie. She decides to paint in her current state and makes a very good painting. Her hidden talent has returned. After the exhibition, she returns home, where she still has some chocolates. She decides to enjoy being 17-year-old Rosie, eats chocolate, and goes to Yen. But she sees Yen leaving on a bike ride with another girl. She feels very sad. As 28-year-old Rosie, she asks Yen why he deceived her. Yen says, "I saw you with someone else, so I also made a girlfriend." Rosie gets angry, throws a drink on his face, and goes home. But she really loves Yen, so she tells her friend, "I will eat chocolate and go to Yen. I will always stay with him." She eats chocolate and goes to meet Yen, saying, "I want to stay with you." Yen's girlfriend says, "We are leaving this city forever tomorrow. Can you leave everything and go to another city with him?" She doesn't answer and goes home. She is very sad and doesn't want to lose Yen. She has tears in her eyes and heartache. Her friend feels sad seeing her in this condition because she had sacrificed everything for Mike before. The next morning, she eats a lot of chocolates and goes to the station. Yen realizes she has come to meet him, but before she reaches him, she becomes unconscious. When she regains consciousness, she is 28-year-old Rosie. She says, "You are repeating the same mistake I made 10 years ago when I left everything for Mike. You taught me to live. You gave my life meaning. Now you are repeating the same mistake." 17-year-old Rosie appears and says, "I am inside you because of you. I can come out because I was always there in your heart and mind, and I will always be there." After this, 17-year-old Rosie disappears, and 28-year-old Rosie regains her senses. She is in the hospital. After a few months, it is shown that Rosie has become very successful in her career. Yen is happy to see her success. Mike realizes he made a lot of mistakes in the past and that Rosie is the best girl for him. He loves her a lot. He runs to Rosie's house with a board saying, "Will you come back into my life?" The media covers everything. Rosie looks at him through the window and smiles. Maybe Rosie will accept his proposal again. This story teaches us that we should never control anyone in our life. We should not leave our dreams for anyone because everyone greets the rising sun. No one greets the setting sun. If we are successful in our life, we can achieve everything we want, and everyone will respect us. Friends, do you think Rosie should accept Mike's proposal? When she proposed in front of a huge gathering, he didn't accept and left the party. Now, when she is a famous Rosie with a strong career, he proposes to her and wants her back in his life again. What do you think? Will she accept Mike again in her life or not? Tell us in the comments section below. Hope you like this story. Thank you for watching.